So this leads us to the objective, the reason why you're advertising, the reason why you're marketing. For you and your business, it comes down to one thing and one thing only: growth. Bringing more consumers and audiences in touch with the way so that everyone has the chance to fall in love with you, your products, and your brand. Look, we're all here to sell more suitcases, and at the end of the day, the easy part is getting a small amount of people to love something a lot. But we both know the difficult part is scaling that affinity so that everyone can love it. It's really hard to get a lot of people to love something a lot. We would know. We've been building and scaling audiences that people love ever since the day our founder, Ted Turner, thought news should last 24 hours a day. 39 years later, we have a portfolio of networks, products, brands, talent, you name it, we have it. Each with their own unique, passionate, loyal, but most importantly, scaled audience that we can bring to you.
In the words of your co-founder and CEO, Jen Rubio, people-first marketing is at the core of your business strategy. Additionally, she expressed the need and desire to also incorporate data into that. So who better to partner with than Warner Media, a company that also holds people-first experiences and the incorporation of our world-class data with AT&T at the center of everything that we do. Together, we believe that Warner Media and Away can combine to create an unparalleled advertising experience.
Data and people. It's at the center of your marketing. It's at the center of your business. And your current media investment has reflected this. Your spend in data has been largely digital, focusing on things like attribution and targeting. And your spend around people has been through things like your magazine, your original podcast, and your partnerships with social media influencers like Dwayne Wade. Here at Warner Media, in the same way that data and people is at the center of your business, it's at the center of our business too. But we believe solutions shouldn't just be data or people, but rather data and people coming together. Today, we, Warner Media, deliver a 4-part plan to deliver on that promise. We'll start off by discussing audience now. We'll then move on to contextual targeting, and we'll wrap it up with a branded social content piece that we'll distribute via Launchpad. So that's contextual targeting. Are there any questions on that? Perfect. So simply put, that's how we're reaching the right audience with the right message in the exact right moment over VOD and OTT. As we began to think about branded social content and Launchpad, we wanted to ensure that we kept this idea of data and people coming together very much top of mind. At Warner Media, with our branded content, we do that with our Launchpad. Launchpad is our in-house social agency that uses years of experience, proprietary tools, and boatloads of first-party data to effectively and efficiently distribute our branded content via social media. We do this in 3 ways. We begin with very high-level targeting to make sure we maximize the capabilities of those social media platforms. Next, we amplify that messaging through paid social media posts under our handles. And because our handles have such great brand and such strong talent, historically we see incredible engagement. It is off the charts. Warner Media owns 3 of the top 5 publishers for driving social engagement. We're number 2 only to BuzzFeed. When it comes to us versus our competitors, when it comes to social engagement, we deliver twice that versus other media companies. But most importantly, because we know how much you love your owned and operated social media pages, this is the most important. Warner Media delivers 25 times the social engagement versus an advertiser's own page and the posts that they're making. What's causing all this engagement? Incredibly powerful emotion, because we all know how powerful emotion can be. And at the end of the day, Warner Media delivers more loves, way more laughs, and a heck of a lot more shares than just your typical post on social media. Understanding the true power of emotion, we wanted to be sure that we pick the exact right partner within our vast portfolio to pair Away with. To do this, we tap back into the power of our Launchpad and use one of the proprietary tools that looks at follower affinity. Simply put, it allows us to see how likely someone is to follow Away on Twitter and also follow another company. We began by looking at media companies where you're currently spending money in print advertising. Companies like the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Travel, and Leisure. You'll see positive affinity scores here, great investments to be making in print. In the case of Time, that score of 12 means that somebody who follows Time on Twitter is 12 times as likely as the average Twitter user to also follow Away. But we wanted to drill deeper. So we began to look at travel. And what's more travel than an airline? So we see incredible affinity scores here for companies like JetBlue, Southwest, American. That score of 93 for Delta is absolutely off the charts. But this made sense because luggage is incredibly endemic to travel. After all, you carry a carry-on onto a plane. But here's where our first-party data, proprietary tools, and years of industry-leading experience unlocked a key insight for Away and the perfect partnership pairing. Our brands, of Team Coco and Conan O'Brien and TBS, and that's far more in the realm of travel companies and far less in the realm of media companies, despite the fact that they actually are media companies and represent a partnership opportunity. Scores of 42 and 66 are off the charts. Getting specific here, somebody who follows TBS on Twitter is 66 times more likely to follow away than the average Twitter user. But what makes Warner Media's branded content even better is that we can expand beyond the organic reach that Taj just spoke to a moment ago and spread that message to a whole new audience and get their attention and deliver on that one key objective of growth for you and your business. But today, we can do one better than just garner attention. We can deliver action through our all-new Launchpad plus Commerce platform. In the same stream where users would see on Facebook and Instagram engaging Warner Media content, there's also a call to action with a click through to commerce through our Content plus Commerce strategy. In this next example, we see a post by Team Coco and Conan O'Brien with that engaging, emotionally charged social media content that Ryan spoke to a moment ago. Users would stop scrolling, they'd lean in, they'd begin to engage, where they could then click through to Shop Now, where they could learn all about Away's products and their offering that Jalen spoke to at the very beginning of our presentation. From there, engagement turns into sales as they continue on to a safe and secure payment environment right within Facebook and Instagram. It's attention into action, it's engagement into sales. In the words of your founder, your business is about data and people coming together. Today, we, Warner Media, delivered a 4-part plan to deliver on that promise.
We've talked about Audience Now and how you can use data on the front end to find that targeted audience and then again on the back end through EDO. We've also talked about contextual targeting, a way to use data to find that precise moment to reach that already emotionally primed audience.
And with branded social content and Launchpad, we use the right data and tools to unlock the perfect talent for a way to partner with, and then leverage those same tools and that same data to spread the message back out to the right people and the right audiences. All the while, we use our all-new Launchpad plus Commerce to turn attention into action and engagement into sales. But this is just today. Tomorrow, it's something so much bigger than that, because your vision for your future is so much bigger than that. Away is thinking about Away Hotels and Away Airlines, and we have an incredibly bright future too.
You believe Away means getting more out of every trip to come.
We believe working with Warner Media means getting more out of every dollar you invest in advertising. So come away with us.
Thank you so much. We want to thank our mentors, Alice and Kirsten, for being unbelievable this entire time. Everyone who helped to get us talking.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm blown away.
I mean,
Questions?
so our
Oh,
I thought that was amazing. I'm sure everyone in the room feels this energy. Incredible job. What I loved from the get-go is you came in and you started talking about us. You talked about Away. You made us feel like you knew exactly who we were and what we were about. And what I thought was really cool, you kept talking about emotional, context and priming. You primed us for, getting into Warner Media, how you were dropping a little bit of Conan, a little bit of Anderson Cooper before you even got into the meat of Warner Media and what we do. I thought that was really, really unique, and that's definitely something that stuck with me throughout the presentation.
Yeah, absolutely. You showed that you were experts not only on Away, but on Warner Media. But you did it in a way, like you said, where you kind of started it out, but then you peppered it throughout the presentation. It was awesome. I think what was the hook is that it was fact-driven, right? Like, you could tell a story, but you had the numbers to back it up, which is so important in what we do. I also like that you engaged everybody in the room. You asked questions in the room. You had some jokes. Like you made it engaging for the person that you were pitching to. And then at the end, you kind of brought it all back. You summarized what we were doing. You had a very kind of dramatic end, but it was awesome.
And I think the storytelling remained consistent throughout the entirety. This is a long presentation. I mean, 20 minutes is a lot of time to dive thoroughly into something. But I think you were able to keep us on our toes. You were able to use, to Anne-Marie's point, numbers in a way that didn't feel like we were sitting through a research presentation. Every number I thought that you guys put up made sense and was relevant, and again drove the point home of why this partnership makes sense. And I think that beyond that, you guys knew the products. I mean, the way you guys were able to talk about it seemed like very senior salespeople. So really, really impressive.
Yeah, great
Incredible.
job. And you're all wonderful presenters too,
Yeah.
which is the hardest part.
I want to add also, mentors, please stand up a second, because you guys really